when they're growing up, they're like
schoolgirls.
these chicks look like they're about 16, 17, and they're like 15. So you gotta really like not get caught looking at them. So it's
Bukkake.
yeah. You know, bukkake's actually a food, bro. Yeah, it's like
Is it whitish
it looks
and
like
syrupy and
looks like a
substance?
bunch of cum. It's like noodles. It's like white noodles, and it looks.
Oh, I was just about to say, is it white and like syrupy and substance?
Yeah, so I went to like we were in Tokyo, and this big ass sign says bukkake, like come
Oh
eat.
my god!
I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like noodles, but it's like it looks like a bowl of cum.
Why would you go into that place?
Nah, I didn't.
Is it spelled C-U-M then eat?
No, I didn't go in
Why
there.
did you enter? Why did you enter the bukkake food store?
Yeah, I didn't go in there.
But yeah, like that as well. But yeah, like you'll see like pictures of Japanese girls in school, and I don't know if it's actually like
Yeah,
that,
it's
but I've
everything.
seen, like,
Everything.
older women
Everything that you
dressed up
see
as
about the
schoolgirls.
Japanese like schoolgirls and chicks, that shit's true.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And, like and you like you were saying, like these like little girls and like 15, 14-year-old girls are like just down to bang if they're getting a
The
purse.
thing is, like I say, American, like you know, they're grown. Like women are grown to be like, you know, like we're princesses and we're on the top of the world, and dudes should have to do all this shit. In Japan, bro,
You think it was like
they have respect for themselves, but like far as sex, man, it's natural to them. It's not it's not tags attached to it.
it's not concealed?
But the thing is, once you kiss them and shit, like you're pretty much you're in a relationship, so you gotta be careful with that.
So they're really
like
every single one of
ultra
them
clean,
DTF.
man. Ultra clean.
But you're never gonna find a prude Japanese girls out here.
I've been here 7 years now, and I've dated like my first one I dated was 40 years old, but she looked like she was 28.
Really?
And she did yoga every day, so that was
That's another
awesome.
thing. The older women look younger,
Yeah.
but then like there's like a bar, and I think it's like 60 or 70 where they start to look like the old
Yeah,
Japanese.
at about 50, 60 menopause kicks in, and then all that shit goes away.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. My actually my friend Kimo, he's Hawaiian. His dad's Hawaiian, but his mom's Japanese, and she's 45 and gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like it's like how are wait?
It's because their one thing is their diet, which their diet's good and bad. Is bad because they just started eating beef. So like the Japanese dudes are smaller because of gosh shit. I got my 1 second. Man. Japanese dudes are smaller, but they're starting to get bigger now because they're eating beef now. And like you know, everybody comes from America or you know over there or whatever, Canada, Australia. We're bigger people because we eat beef and protein.
Yeah.
So like
a lot of protein.
So they're into the dudes simply because they're bigger and you know females want to feel protected and all that stuff. So,
Yeah. Oh. This is probably way overstepping
Nah, bro,
the
it's-
boundary.
But
Okay. A is the Japanese dick thing. Are they actually really small?
yeah, it's pretty much what you see on porn, man. I mean, I never seen any in person, man. But it's I mean, you have Japanese chicks tell you straight up that the only reason they like Westerners is because they're pretty much bigger.
Okay, and then A, and then B, really overstepping a
Do
boundary.
they scream?
You're black.
Yeah,
In a world filled, in a country filled with small yellow things.
yeah.
The girls love the.
Dude, like I say, anybody
BBC.
outside of Japan, bro, like any color, you're automatically. You don't have to have any. You can have the worst game with women, man, and you'll get laid easily. So you don't have to try, bro. You just kind of show up and like smile.
Like, hey, I'm black.
So they're really into like
Really?
actually. People say like black guys, but actually they're more Japanese girls are more into like Spanish and like Spanish and I would say like Cuban dude. Well, they're all Spanish, like
Yeah.
pretty
so
much Spanish,
curly
and, like,
hair,
European guys.
kind of mid dark skin.
Yeah, I mean I don't have a problem, man. I've been good since I've been here, man. Like extremely good. It's,
Like the diamond spoon thing every night is what you sound like. But
it's easy, man. But like I said, I've only had four. I've only dated 4 women. Like I don't really screw around. But I ain't got time for that shit. But they're easy to get, man, easy to keep. But they get crazy, man.
So is the I don't know if hung around like Japanese family, but is the whole like the daughters aren't treated as well as like the sons are? Is that a true deal?
What? Say that one more time.
In Japanese family, like in Japanese family culture, are the daughters like treated not as good as the sons?
The sons are actually more sheltered than the daughters, because the sons, like in Japanese culture, like the owners are always almost men. So like they're kind of groomed.
Yeah.
They kind of groomed to, for the most part, they're kind of groomed to like be leaders or whatever. But for the most part, Japanese women in the newer culture are stronger than the men, like emotionally and all that stuff.
No way.
Japanese women are.
That's always depicted the other way around. It's always
just
the Japanese girls are a little
out open,
shy, sheltered ones.
The Japanese
and
women
the sons are the like abusive.
The Japanese women are actually more level-headed, and now they're running more businesses than the men, because the men are soft now. Because like I said, after the war, the men seriously got soft, bro. Like no shit.
Do you think that was from like the culture of being such a strong?
Well, no. After the war,
being such a strong, confident culture after the war, like that major military loss affected them, or was
exactly.
It? Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. After the war, we dropped the bomb, and after the treaty they signed, like pretty much says that they couldn't have an army. So like all the dudes would go to the army, and like that's kind of how they would
get hard.
But now they kind of like they don't have to. They don't. It's optional now. So like. A lot of guys don't go, and then they just kind of you get the J-pop man, and the little dudes are like girls now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. I can't listen to that.
Well, even still, like military now in America is like optional, but dudes usually grow up around like an uncle or a dad or somebody that's kind of like
somebody's been in the military that has that military complex. Yeah, I know. My father's never been in the military, but he's been a contractor for his whole life. He's been running a company, or he's been his own workforce forever, and that's instilled. And then my mom was she was one of the captains.
Yeah. So yeah, dude. Like I say, after it's true, man. After the like I say, it sucks for them because they're not having babies now. But it's real outsider, man. It's cool for you because, like I said, you come over here, bro, and like you walk in the clubs or wherever, and like the women, they're just like ready to go, man.
No way. I might have to take a trip to Japan senior year. The senior trip's not Vegas this year. Dang. God, I don't know. I don't have much. I have to kind of rattle off my questions that I've literally never, ever talked to somebody from Japan, other than my friend's mom. But you don't have questions like that to your friend's mom.
Yeah, you don't want to.
While you're at the dinner table with your friend's Hawaiian dad, that's a culture all its own as well.
Yeah, like I said, man, I don't plan on if I move from Japan, which I don't plan on doing because I like, I'm doing D1 here. I'm doing a lot of cool shit that I dreamed about back in 2000. And I would go to like Europe, but I don't plan on leaving Japan, man, like ever. Like as far as like,
really?
Yeah, it's everything like
so
martial
nice.
arts, racing, snowboarding, everything, music, everything I like to do is here, man.
They have snowboarding.
Snowboarding is fucking huge, bro. I live in the mountains pretty much.
Yeah, see, I live in New Mexico, and it's the Rocky Mountains, so I do some snowboarding here. God, have you taken a trip to any of the surrounding countries, like China, Korea?
No, I haven't.
Vietnam, you ever been there?
I haven't been there because, like I said, I was military, so kind of restricted on traveling when I got out. I lost a lot of money getting out in the military, so I pretty much all my money goes to racing, man. So I've been focused on trying to rank up in D1. So honestly, I haven't traveled, but now I'm paying debts, and hopefully I'll get some spare cash to be able to travel around this area. But I travel all around. I've been all around Japan, man.
I think, like you said, that the Japanese culture, especially racing culture, is so cliquey.
Yeah.
Is the race is D1 very political?
Everything is like when I got inside of D1, I was always talking about like Formula Drift, but once you get inside, dude, it's all about politics, and a lot of dudes they leave D1 because they don't want to deal with it. And for me, I pretty much, I'm not going to get into the whole political thing, but pretty much, man, I'm not selling my soul to anybody to get a win. I'll compete, and I know I'm legit, but I'm not selling out, man, to please anybody. So
Yeah, in stock car racing, for sure, in dirt track and sprint cars and stuff, it's so political, and it's ridiculous. I've had a lucky stroke because my family's been on the inside of the racing here in New Mexico for 30 years with my grandfather. My grandfather ran GT1 back in the day. He's raced Le Mans 24 hours, he's raced Daytona 24 hours, done everything. He's been across the world.
Well, you're a little better off, man, because like, you know what I mean, you're for the
I already have my foot in the door for racing.
For the racing also, like, it's drifting, the only thing that sucks is it's a judge sport.
It's a judge.
So like, I mean, you can be it's judged basically, you know what that means, is like, you know, if somebody it's judged.
Political. Ching ching. Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's why I'm about to get back to time attack.
Buddy with 2 of the 3. Oh, time attack.
Yeah, I started before I got into drifting. I was big into drag racing and time attack. So I mean, a lot of people think drifters are only drifters, but most drifters are like, I don't know if you know Rito.
It's a skill set that comes from other forms of racing.
Most drifters are like JGTC level drivers in D1GP.
Yeah.
So
drifting is a big thing here in New Mexico, of course. Racing Southwest is a massive deal, and I have a friend who runs it. But they drift right at the same track that I race asphalt cars.
What track is that?
Gosh, it's Sandia Motorsports. Okay. It's not a big track. It's just the local deal, but it's a motorsports complex. Right now it's Motiva Motorsports Complex. Okay. There's 5 tracks or something. One of them's a road course where they drift on. And I've been to a couple of the events. My uncle drifts. Yeah. So you go out there and it's so political, but those guys, most of the guys came from other forms of racing. Most of them were road racers. And they were young, they were running Formula cars and stuff. They were running F3, and then they all of a sudden jumped in a drift car and loved it.
This is definitely fun, man. Like I said, for me, I played a ton of sports before I got into racing, so competitive is, it's like natural. So like it was only a matter of time before somebody told me, well, I was asked to join a competition, and then like the first one, man, I got hooked. And I started like I was against competing and drifting like for about the first 6 years I was doing it, and then like I said, I did my first competition, man, and ever since then I've been kind of sucked into it. But once you get into it, I started having fun, because like it was like, all right, build for the next race, or do this for the next race, and then talk to sponsors and all the stuff that comes with it.
What little I know about setup in those cars, it's high camber, high caster, and really stiff rear end suspension, correct?
No, that's it's one thing about drifting is everybody has a different style, and like, so I mean, you have the basics of the basics, and then after you learn a lot, you kind of apply your own style. So for me, for example, my camber is at about 2 degrees in the front, and then in the rear is 0 camber, because I want to have my tires burn all the way across and have maximum traction. And also, like, when you start,
so the weight transfer isn't as big as it seems, because I know in circle track we run really high camber, but it's because you weight transfer a lot in the stock.
No, the weight transfer,
there's a lot of roll with the body.
The weight transfer is important because a lot of guys build too stiff. So when you go to transition from like you're doing CISO, if you go to transition and your car is too tight, you won't have that chassis flex, and then pretty much the inertia is going to take you where he wants to go. So a lot of new guys, and me too, when I first started, I thought stiff was like how you had to be. But like in the back, for example, I run on my RB26 Sylvia, I run about 5 or 6 kilograms in the rear and 12 in the front to help the front end from diving when you're pretty much braking. So it's once you get into it, man, it's a science. But like starting out, man, I told dudes just to get a different suspension and go out there and learn the car. Like in the States, man, guys are kind of they're jumping off the deep end like as soon as they get in the game, and they're not properly learning how to drift. So, and it's the same thing for any motorsport, man. You can't jump right into the.
Of course, you got to work your way.
Richard Hamilton and jump right into a Formula One. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Yeah, I know. Me, like I was brought up the ranks in karting.
Yeah.
When I started when I was 10, and I was brought up the ranks very fastly. But I'm.
Yeah, you're lucky, man. I wish I
like-
would have. I didn't start racing until I was like actually racing, legit racing, until I was like 20, 21. So at your age, man, you didn't know about regular driving.
I was like a sponge.
Yeah, so you were just.
Yeah, I was like a sponge. I'm just pure racing.
And here, dude, like my local track was just 40 minutes from my house. The one of the guys there is 22 years old, D1 GP Team Orange driver, 22 years old, fully top level with D1, and he started driving at 15. And they just start driving like young, man, and then like they don't know, like they don't have a sense of fear, so they just go balls to the wall, man, and like
yeah.
So like
and that happens. There's the occasion here, especially with stock car racing, that hurts. It really hurts when you go in with that sense of fear. The way I was brought up racing was a sense of respect, not fear. Like right away, I was shown powers of cars that I had no way to fathom how much power some of these race cars had. Like a sprint car is a perfect example. It has 800 horsepower to the rear wheel, and it weighs 1,000 pounds.
How much horsepower does the one your cars you're running now have?
My stock car have right now probably 450 at the flywheel, but closer to 340, 350 at the rear wheels.
Okay. Hey, question for you, real quick, man. Do you are you guys running a do you have a racing suit sponsor already?
I just run for my grandfather's team. Like it's not really a sponsor. We just.
No, the reason I'm saying is because I'm sponsored by XL Racing, man. They're looking for drivers, man. Like, I mean,
no way.
Like they're it's pretty much if you like as long as you can show that you do at least 6 events a year, they'll give you a partial, man.
I'm doing 26 events.
Dude, I'll when you like I said, look me up on add me on here, then add me on like if you go to my group, actually I got a Gran Turismo group. If you go to there and then join there, I'll add you on Facebook if you're on Facebook, and I'll send you all the information, man. Like it's good company.
Yeah.
I got my suit is SFI, fucking 3-layer. It's nice, man.
Oh God, I just bought a new suit, and I just bought a brand new Alpine Star.
Yeah, same thing, man. I put a sparkle on there, and like the dude picked me up off of YouTube. That's how he found he found my Facebook, and then he was like, we just kind of talked, and I sold a sparkle, and then I bought the suit from him. And the thing, it works because all your sponsors like build up to the next sponsor. So I got 13 now.
Yeah.
And
I just bought. Now you say I got a suit. I just bought that GP Start, and my car's red and silver. Yeah, my car's red and silver, and now my suit's red and silver. They do gloves, boots, crew shirts and stuff like that too. So they do more than suits. I'll send you the information, man. You guys can check it out. Yeah, for sure. I just subbed you on YouTube. If you sub me, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. What's your
because then we'll have Google Pluses and emails and stuff too as well.
What's your name, man?
I'm
Casey. I'm Donnie. So I'll look out for. What's your name under for the YouTube?
YouTube it'll be Casey11X.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll look out for it on there, then I'll send you all information. Like I said, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Gmail, all that stuff. Like pretty much, Facebook is my office, man.
I'm going to your Facebook right now. Your GT6 deal.
Okay.
I'm going to join that.
Yeah, that's why I do this, man. Because like people look at it like gaming, but like I said, you meet people all around the world, and it's networking, man.
Oh, it's such a big deal. And I'm gonna like your drifting page as well.
Yeah, man. It's
I'm gonna message you. It'll be Casey Goth. I think I'm in a blue Chevelle 442.
Okay. Yeah, you say you're now what? You're 15 now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You're like I said, I'm 31, man, and I'm like it's. I wish I started that young, man, because it's like you're. All the stuff that I learned over the last 15 years, like far as racing, like it's like I had to break bad habits, and like you learned them I learned them, so it's like you don't have those bad habits, which makes you an awesome racer compared to a 20 or late 20 or somebody that got into it late. So
I'm in the wrong car. I'm in the wrong car, and the race started automatically. I can get in. I got in. Yeah, I got it.
This car is fun.
Yeah, gosh, it's funny that you feel like this on Gran Turismo, but you know, it was big for me. When I was 4 years old, my parents bought me a yard cart, like just a little 6.5 horse, full cage yard cart, just something to play around with, and it got all the bad habits out really fast. Like I think my first day in it, I got counter steering down, and I didn't know what that was, but my father did, and he was like, he was in tears after my first time I was in that thing. It was ridiculous. He's like amazed that I could catch that on.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was kind of envious of my, like I said, I went to my local track, and the guy, you know, I was drifting for about 6 years, man. Dude was like 14, 15, dude, and he was like killing it. And it's because he works at the track every day, like that's his job. So it's like, you know, a lot of people try to, like, you know, I'm this and I'm that. Like, bro, all that matters in racing is seat time. That's nothing can replace seat time.
It's the biggest thing.
Not money, not nothing. Money helps you, you know, money helps you get more seat time, but nothing replaces seat time. Yeah. That's what I tell all the young drifters, man. Like, just go out there and drift. Like, don't worry about trying to build these, you know, everybody got to have an LS1 and all these crazy swaps, man. So,
I have slight sources to get LS1. I haven't used any.
You're definitely ahead of the game.
I just started stock car. I was my first stock car race last year, and it was the end of the year. It was the big 2-day show. NASCAR was in town for a late model series. Gigantic. There's a lot of people at the track. First day ever in a street stop. I qualified on the pole.
Good stuff.
After like 30 minutes of seat time, qualify on the pole against full-grown men that's been running their same cars for 20, 30 years. Then I failed in the heat race completely. It was just horrible. It was garbage. I don't know what it was. The car wasn't handling great. That was a major deal. But then the next day, NASCAR was in town. They got all their stuff lined up. We go out for the main. I start from the very back.
Yeah.
And I come back and win 3 wide, last lap, last corner, and the NASCAR guys, which is gigantic. Like, it majorly got my foot in the door for a K&N ride, which awaiting. But they announced my name. They announced I'm the young gun at 14 in this first race, and from then, after all that was done, my crew chief from my grandfather's sprint car team came over and said, no, you don't pack the car up. Back on the track, you put down 1,500, you put down 1,500 laps tonight. Yeah. And I'm like, do we have enough gas? And it's like, you got plenty, I promise. And I put down 1,572 laps that night, and I wore 3 tires off the car, and we went home. My arms were so tired, I couldn't get out of the race car.
Yeah, dude, it's that's the funny thing about it's called motorsports. People think it's like you get in there and you sit down and turn the wheel. Like, dude, like, you gotta be in shape, man. And you gotta be hydrated and all that stuff, man. And I tell my buddies, like, you know, because I play football, so I do jiu-jitsu and martial arts, so I'm always in shape. And when we go racing, man, it's not because of the car overheats, it's because they can't stay on the track.
They're tiring out. Yeah.
And people think, like, you know, I'm like, dude, F1 drivers are like some of the top shape, like the G-forces and all that stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how tightly close you. I don't know how tightly close you follow NASCAR, but Mark might ring a bell. He was an older guy. He just retired last year. 60-something, the fittest guy in NASCAR.
Yep.
That he could go longer, lift more, and push harder than anybody else because he was in shape. And I'm a JV basketball player in baseball, so like I have that during racing off season as basketball to keep.
Yeah.
You're right there with the best of them. It is. It's mental endurance, even more than physical endurance.
It's funny, man, because a lot of the D1 guys, like a lot of the top guys are actually they're making money now, like, you know, off their business, and you know, they're eating a lot of food now, and they don't, you know, they're like getting bigger, so it's like they they go out there and drift, like do their little drifts, man, and like they're done. You just can't stay in the car.
I know. I came out of that torture. It wasn't torture, but what they thought was a stress test to put them in 1500 laps. And when it came down, the crew chief there, he's sitting at the end waving his hand and pushed for 72 more just to see what I could get. And it was at the 72nd lap. I spun out. I couldn't handle it. Yeah, the tires were gone and I was losing control. But I'm pushing harder and harder off these 72 laps off very bad tires at this point, and my arm gave up. I collapsed on the wheel, and all of a sudden I was looking right at the fence, and I gathered it up, but that was when I pulled off, and I found out a breaking point. Big for me. Like it was eye-opening why these guys have to be in fit of shape ever. Driving these cars, these endurances, and it also woke me like you've definitely experienced this. Forget to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuff like that, but your brain's so focused on a billion other things in your life, in that car at that moment.
It's just crazy. I know you got the tunnel vision feeling where you're just kind of in the zone, man. And you don't see what's going on around you, so it's crazy, man.
Big time.
It's draining.
Yeah, my first time in a kart ever. It was a paid deal. Like if you came out paid, you could get a taste for dirt karting.
Yeah.
On a circle track. It was like a racing school for 10-year-olds. And I went and did that. And my first time out, I lost my thing. I went out and I got mad, like horrible tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Everything in front of me was perfectly fine, but they started waving down the black flag because I went over my allotted laps, and I didn't know. I ran for like 20 more.
Yeah.
And then finally they came out and like waved me down because I couldn't see them, and that's slowly going away, but I still get it. And my grandfather said a long time when he was running GT1, he was saying when you're out there for 4 hours of a 24-hour endurance, because they don't take big breaks, they go for 4 hours for 6 times. Yeah. And he was like, when you go for 4 hours, every sense is on kill. And that's a great deal. That's big in my head. Is when you're racing, you don't think about that guy in front of you.
No, it's business, man.
As a peer.
It's business.
Yeah. You're going there to beat him, and every sense
like
is on kill.
After that, you guys can have fun and drink whatever.
Yeah.
But like, nah, man, it's that's why, like I say, with the drifting, like everybody tries to say, keep drifting fun or whatever. Or it's like, bro, when you get into competition, it's like, bro, I spent a lot of money, and you want to do well. So it's nice to say like, have fun, but like when you're competing, it's a different thing. So there's a difference between competing and just going out there to drift. So it's but I'm trying to get back into that, like outside of competition, having fun and doing things. So I got 6 cars over here, so. You got, more than I'm always busy.
I'm looking at your Facebook page right now, and I see a pretty R33 sitting right there.
That's my first. I had an R33 when I first got in 2008. Crashed it after 2 years, and I swapped everything over to that chassis, and that became my first competition car.
Black with the pink wheels.
Yeah. Then I originally had a 240 in the States, so I was always a 240 S chassis guy. So I went back to S chassis and put RB26 in my Still 80. So, I got 3 Skylines. I got R32, R33, and R30. And I got the Sylvia 2180s, and what else? I have JZX81 Mark II. But like I say, man, I have a girlfriend. I don't have a wife, so she stays in that zone, and I pretty much just buy cars and car parts, man. And that's my life, man.
Whole-sit turbos. My dad just put a whole-sit on his Cummins.
Yeah, dude, I'm sponsored. One of my guys in Australia sponsors me for that, and we're running whole-sets since 2006. Love them, man.
Yeah, my dad just put I can't remember the size of it. He bought a Cummins.
Yeah. My first one came from the Cummins diesel. I forgot, I think it was like a 5.2 liter. I put it on a KA24.
They come stock. They come stock with whole-sits. Cummins, but he's bought a brand new one, a big boy turbo.
Probably HX40.
Yeah, it was something big. I can't remember right off the top of my head. It was just a week.
I got an HX 35 on my 25 and an HX 30 on the other car. Yeah, dude, you know, the thing about me, man, is I spend a lot of cash, but I make the dollars count. Like, I mean, a lot of guys want to get like name brand stuff, and with today's technology and manufacturing, man, like parts are cheaper but still high quality. So, I mean, I get what works, and all my sponsors like reflect that. Like, I'm not after like the big names because they have enough support. They have enough guys that are running their stuff. So I'll take that chance and test out products, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll tell the guy, hey man, your product's it doesn't suck, but it needs some more work. So
yeah, in karting, I was sponsored by a team in a parts company out of Bordeaux. I mean, Delco, North Carolina, Dyno Camp was the deal. What we would do is when I went racing here, regional for cars, is go out to the track. There's always a guy cheating.
Yeah, but like
cheater.
weight-wise or power-wise?
Power. In the cars, it's all power. Weight's pretty even. I had the best of the handling chassis. It's old, but it's got the top tier stuff. Because of this team I was promoting and stuff out west, because nobody really bought their stuff. But we're out there to find the cheater with the overpowered engine. You realize you can beat him in the corners, and then we call up our buddies from Dyno Cam and say, hey, we need a stage 6 engine for this one. That was the biggest bad boy. At 26 horsepower out of a 6.5 horsepower utility engine. And they're like, hey, it's going to be there at the end of the week. You go out and you beat them. Then they realize, oh hey, they just beat us with this Dyno Cam's engine. I think we need to buy one of those.
Yeah.
And then they buy the stage 6, and then you move to the next track because you just got your buddies a $600 engine buy. And that was our deal for telling like, hey, the one you guys sent me isn't powerful enough. Send me the new one so I can beat this guy, because then he'll buy your stuff.
Yeah, most of my sponsors have been because like I said, I got one company, Hybrid Performance. They do all my turbos and manifold, and the other guy, Autocraft, he does the whole sets. And the guys that just started Hybrid Performance, I had to like tell them one thing about his turbo, and like at first he was kind of like, did you do something wrong? I'm like, nah, bro. And then after that he was kind of he accepted that something was wrong. He sent me another turbo, like no questions asked. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm partially sponsored by most of my guys. I only got 2 full, but they provide like my helmets and stuff like that. It's just a one-time thing.
Gosh, you'll definitely have to get me in touch with some of those guys. Every money is always a big deal, but getting free stuff's really nice. And like I will throw stickers all over my car.
Yeah, no free rides in my car, man. No free rides.
Yeah, like the only free rides I get is like contingency stuff, like 50% discount in the store. I'm sorry. Yeah, but like contingencies are cool, but if you want a quarter panel, better be something important.
That's the big spot.
That's big, yeah. But yeah, for sure. Like, hell, you'd be surprised how quick lenses on a helmet go in dirt track racing.
Yeah.
Catch a rock every once in a while at 130, that helmet's gone.
Yeah, I've had one big crash with my helmet on, and I hit my head on a roll cage. They took it apart. I had to order new new shell, and he replaced it for me. Like I said, that he's down in Tokyo. So all my sponsors are actually in the States, believe it or not, except for one. The other 12 or 13 are in the States or in Australia, New Zealand. The reason I did that is because I'm American in Japan. So like when I sell that to the companies, like, dude, I haven't won a single race in 3 years, but it's because I sell parts, and it's basically because I got YouTube. I got a lot of videos, and I got like you can watch it. You can watch on racing and put in the stuff through the paces. Yeah. So like I'm not just talking stuff online or Facebook. So people buy parts, and I talk to the sponsor, and I apologize for not winning. And he's like, bro, like winning's cool, but selling parts is what it's all about. And I'm like,
is why stickers on your car. Yeah.
So after they told me that, I was like, all right, cool, but I still want to win,
Yeah, I don't have. I just have my single GoPro, and I don't have many videos up on YouTube. I think I have 3 karting. And
Yeah, dude, you gotta get nowadays, man. You gotta get the video because that's
yeah.
Now back in the day it was paper. Like you could see I've done this and done this, but now it's like with GoPros and all that stuff, man. Like
you want to see how you race.
Yeah. And that's how I got 3 of my sponsors off of YouTube. Like they messaged me to YouTube.
Yeah, on asphalt here it was hard because not many people showed up. Big deal, but they had the dirt track right across the street, and we were so reluctant to bring our car to dirt because it's different racing. They're dirty. They'll use your car to get their car to the lead, and that's big. But that car's beefed up now and it's ready to go over there. I was over there just Saturday. I raced Saturday night for my first. Was supposed to be my first unholstered event until the water pump blew.
Yeah.
But we had the car was handling great, didn't have near enough gear. We were still on asphalt gear, so I'm sitting up at the chip. It's 6,500 in a small block Chevy,
yeah.
Which is not that healthy. And yeah, but it was a great turning for our handling wise because we made a right chassis adjustment. But just got my GoPro case fixed too. Went to latch it up. Latch broke. I've been using it for a while.
Yeah, man. After
I'll put videos up constantly. This year we have 23 races still on schedule.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, you start putting those up. And like you see, these guys. Like my guy. Actually last night when I was sleeping, my XL Racing sponsor hit me up and he was asking me, "Do I know these guys?" He thought they were Japanese, they're actually Chinese, but he asked me did I know them, and because he's looking for, he needs drivers, man. Like all he needs is, like I say, winning is cool, but he just needs people to wear his suit and show up at races because it gets other people involved in it. So yeah, man, he's like the company's legit, man. The suits, like I said, XL Racing. I'll send you the links to it and everything. But
yeah, like what does he specialize?
Well, they do like you said, racing suits, crew gear, gloves, safety gear, and stuff like that. They do pretty much all of the like crew gears, gloves. They don't do helmets or anything, but they do like embroidery. So all the suits are like embroidered, like it's not patches. So
nice.
like it's like the first.
So.
But.
Oh, I'm sorry. So here's with my YouTube channel. 'Cause I'm gonna get off that. I got work on the car.
Yeah.
KC11X, no spaces between the 11X. KC11X, right off. Or you can search up KC Goffin.
You said you joined the Facebook group, right? Yeah, I'll add you to that.
I sent you a message too. Yeah. On your drifting page, yours, not the video.
Okay, cool.
I sent a message.
Yeah, I'll add you off of there, man. And like I said, I'll send you all links, and it's just it's just cool to like some networking, man. That's why, like I say, dude, that's the only it's cool to play because I just got off work and everything. But the reason I'm playing this game right now and recording is because it goes to my gaming channels, and then that gets me, I get subscribers because they found out I race for real. They're like, oh shit. So all 200 people from my new gaming channel are now 200 subscribers on my regular YouTube. So everything I do, man, it's racing.
Yeah. So what do your big sponsors do? Do they just do suits or they do like performance parts?
Well, I'm sponsored by Juku Racing, Mishimoto.
I want to get you.
Nice. You got in the States. I got Juku Racing, Mishimoto. I got what else?
Mishimoto radiator is good. I broke one last week.
Mishimoto, Drift Tough. And then I got Zinky Racing does everything on the bottom of my car, 6 grand for suspension, all by Zinky Racing. And then all my turbos are by for my competition car, my turbos are by Hyper Performance, and my other cars is wholesale by Autocraft. If you look on the thing, man, it's like I actually got so many now that I honestly kind of forget like who my sponsors are if I don't look. So it's
Yeah.
So and the thing about it, man, is like everybody when I first got in the game. I was sending out all these packages to get sponsors, and I was getting denied. And then I said, screw it, man. I'm going to go drive and just drive and drive. And then they started asking me. So the way, it's cool to request, man, but the best thing is just to go out there drive and you market yourself, and then they'll find you, man.
Like I blew an engine last year, my second race, and there's an engine guy in town who's close to my grandfather and does all the sprint car stuff. And I had a brand new racing engine donated to me this year, and that was massive.
Yeah.
Like we would have paid $1,400 to get a new engine that we got for free. Now, it was major.
What kind of
like
what kind of engine?
On the side of my car.
What kind of engine you guys running there?
Small block 350 Chevy. Naturally aspirated, cast iron intakes with a Holly 500 on it.
Okay.
Muncie M22 rock crusher transmission,
Nice.
which is an old road racing thing.
Braking.
It's stock car. Like there's aluminum drum brakes in the rear with no coilover. It's a leaf spring car. It's a Nova.
Yeah, man.
Handles good on dirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. I've been up all day.
Yeah, I'm about to, cause I gotta, same thing. I gotta run to my garage and get some stuff. I saw parts a lot on the side, so I gotta ship some turbos out and stuff tomorrow. That's how I make money on the side. So, but yeah, man, good to meet you, man. Definitely, man.
I tell you what. Can I get your phone number?
Say again.
Can I get your phone number?
I got the. I'm on. Cause I'm here. I got the Skype. So the Skype number is. I'll send it to you. Where I don't want to put it on the the video, but I'll send it to you on. I'll add you on Facebook and I'll send it to you there.
Oh, perfect.
Then,
like I hate to be like really like clingy about that, but it's big. Like you said, it's big to network.
Yeah,
like
that's the only way I got this far in my career, man. It's like being I do all my own work. The engine building, swaps. I do everything by myself.
Same here.
Because buddies kind of say they'll help, but I'm about racing, man. So when it's Friday night, I'm not in the club. I'm at my garage building engines.
Yeah.
So for parts,
it's summer for me. So I wake up at 9 o'clock and bust my tail on the car, and then I game for the rest of the night just to keep skills there.
It's networking, man. So like I said, just like I met you today, man. I met other racers too, just like this, and it's like I help them out, they help me out, and it's like you have to network to get up to, unless you got a ton of cash, you know what I mean.
Yeah, which I don't know if I put it off that way, but I don't have a lot.
Bro. It's
it's a racing family, but it's a family brought up by a construction company that happened to do well in government jobs.
No, I don't look at it like that, man. Because everybody thinks if you look at my Facebook, my main page, like I only market my sponsors. All Facebook for me is networking, talking to my buddies, and marketing my sponsors. Yeah. And I don't put my personal stuff up there. It's like, so when people they're like, dude, you got 6 cars. I had 7 cars until last week. And like, you got all these cars. You live in Japan. Like, you're living a life. I'm like, bro, it's. I don't post all the negative stuff. Like,
it's work. It's work.
I don't post that. My bank account is negative, and it's not. Nobody needs to know that. But
again, and like it's not like we're not struggling to get things done, but it's
the same. That's the one thing about motorsports. Everybody. It's the one like I don't look down on any motorsports. I respect every motorsports because no matter how much cash you got, dude, it's the same struggle to get your car there, to get yourself ready, to get your team ready.
And what I was saying, and this ties in with you, my my grandfather's company, it built all of the military bases here in New Mexico.
Good shit.
If they put up a new block, they build the base. Right now they're building the nuclear armament system.
Nice.
For Kirtland Air Force Base, which here in New Mexico they hold all of our nuclear stuff. So and then they build schools and stuff. So it's massive government contract jobs that they're $6-10 million jobs.
Yeah, I know. I'm a contractor here. That's what I do now. I work with F-16s. Man. Contractor and all that stuff, man. It's cool, man. But yeah, man, I'll let you get out of here, dude. Because I gotta get going too. And like I said, I'll send you the information. I'll send you the number and stuff on Facebook and all the information. So I'm always
for sure, dude.
On Facebook.
Sub to the YouTube. I don't put up a whole lot of videos anymore because it's been the off season, so we're just getting back into things. But for sure we'll stay in contact, big time, dude.
Like seriously, man. Every day is racing is my life. So like I get messages and every day, dude. It's not. So I mean, anytime any questions or any if you need anything for in Japan for whatever reason, man, I can get it done. So.
Mishimoto radiators. That works.
Well, that's stateside. And if
yeah.
you're looking for like Mishimoto's, they just pretty much have a sign up for sponsorship thing. Like you just submit a package and they'll approve it or deny it. Most times they approve it. You just
big time. The guy that did the suits and stuff. That's big with me. Like I go through them a couple. I'm 15. I'm still growing. Like I go
so
through a couple.
Another one like next year, man.
Next year, yeah. I just bought mine, so it's good till 6'5". Right now I'm 6'1", 210
you're 6'10",
pounds.
man. You're tall as hell for 15, man.
Yeah. I'm a big guy.
I'm pretty much done growing though, like tall, like length, like tall wise. 6'5".
Yeah. My mom's side of the family, she has cousins that are 7'4". Yeah, they're big Canadian people. Yeah, but for sure we'll stay in contact big time. Sponsorships always help. Any networking anywhere, like you were saying. It's always good to have connections. Like it's big.
Because actually, like believe it or not, I'll probably I need I use a lot of domestic parts. Like I'll be buying. I gotta get some LS1 cold packs. So it's like just because I'm in Japan, man, I still utilize them. Like I still buy from AutoZone, and I have. I still get stuff from there, man. So
Well, dude, for LS1 stuff, gosh, that's something big because I don't know if you've ever associated or bought stuff from this, but in California there's an engine shop, West Tech.
I know West Tech. I know of them.
West Tech. Oh, I can't tell you the story about the owner of West Tech because that's highly illegal. But I will tell you that the owner of the Stoner, because that's his name, Rick Stoner. The owner of West Tech happens to be my grandfather's best friend.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and they do a lot of LS and Ford stuff.
Nice. Well, we'll talk, man. Because we probably can use you to get the. Cause I was gonna go on eBay, man. But like I said, if I can support a company, man, and it's networking, man. I'd rather support somebody than a random person that I don't know. It's all it is.
Oh wait, you said you had Skype, right?
Yeah, I got Skype.
Add me on Skype.
What's your what's your Skype name?
Casey, C-A-S-E-Y.
One second. I'll bring it up on my smartphone right now. I had to open up a new Skype account recently because he blocked my other one. But let me see. Let me go back to.
Yeah, because I use Skype for TeamSpeak more than I do phones. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, same way, man. You said so. It's Casey, C-A-S-E.
A-S-E-Y, yes, and then dot Gossett, G-O-S-S-E-T-T.
G-O-S-S
1.
E-T-T.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be 1, and then you can add me.
Hi guys,
Hola.
Hola.
how are you?
I am doing good.
Good, yourself? One of you two are going to be in the host. Yeah, your Alexi Grimes is going to be hosting.
Man.
I'm from Ayrton.
It didn't. Hey, try mine, man. It didn't. I'm on my phone. It's kind
of. Oh, alrighty.
It's for this one. It should be. What the hell is the name? One second.
It should be up in the top. Oh, you're on a phone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it should be
man.
on the
I'll just because this phone is about to die. I'll just send it to you on I'll send it to you through Facebook because I just added you to the group, so. I'll add you.
Okay, dude. Perfect.
Thing, so.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude. But I'm gonna get out of here.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, dude. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, dude. All right, later, bro. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.